Over the past 6 months, I've been working with 2 East Sussex primary schools, Hollington and St Mark's, to explore the way of life of Mesolithic hunter-gatherer groups that lived in these hills and these valleys 6,000 or 7,000 years ago. Together we've been exploring what these people ate, their diet, what they gathered from the forests and what they hunted in the surrounding meadows. We've been looking at the technology that they've used. We've been looking at how they made their hunting gear, how they processed animal hides. We've been looking at where these people were living, the territories which they occupied. Bringing all these things together, we've created a Stone Age adventure. Hunter-gatherers are essentially predators, and as predators they require really very large territories. Some tribes may exist within inland Britain, within the woods and the hills of the central inland areas. And they would move from site to site throughout the year, perhaps camping in the deeper river valleys in the middle of winter and hunting game on the open hilltops during the summer. A tribe that, for example, lived near to the coast would have all year round food from the sea, collecting shellfish, fishing, perhaps hunting sea mammals like whales, and only occasionally going inland to hunt in the woods fringing the river valleys. From that landscape you get everything you need. You get everything for your housing, everything for your clothing, everything that you eat, every single bit of raw material. Foraging is a valuable way of getting resources from the landscape. In coastal areas, seafood in the form of shellfish, limpets, mussels, oysters can simply be picked as if they're fruit off the rocks fringing the coastline. Seaweed, which is a really good source of fantastic vitamins and minerals. Inland, foraging will be involving collecting herbs, things like nettles, jack in the hedge, collecting nuts, hazelnuts in the autumn, at other times of year, acorns, chestnuts, all these things can be gathered.
Some berries were dangerous, and the tribe knew that they were not safe to eat.
Guys, that's a good place to look. What are we looking for again?
Nettles, berries, that sort of stuff.
Can we look for pine needles? You know I love pine needle soup and tea.
So do I. Okay. You can go and look for some firewood with your friends and we're going to look for some berries.
Come on.
And pine needles.
Bye, Isla.
Bye.
Hunter-gatherer housing from the Mesolithic is largely invisible in the archaeological record. Where we do find evidence for houses, it tends to be structures made out of wood and sticks, perhaps with thatch using reed as roofing. These structures are probably fairly temporary, and certainly most of the time people would have been living in skin tents, things that they could easily carry around the landscape, moving from site to site in their seasonal movement through the woods or perhaps down to the coastline. In the woodland areas, there are lots of rock shelters that can be used, and with just a few sticks and some skins, they can create lean-to structures against the cliffs, against rock shelters, and over the entrances to caves, creating nice, dry, sandy places for more permanent settlement. And hunter-gatherers need to move. Quite often throughout the year, they'll have a camp for the spring, a camp for the summer, a camp for the winter, and they'll follow where the animals are or where their food is at different times of the year. So you want to have a camp that you can carry with you. On the coastline, groups have two options. If there's cliffs, they can build small lean-to structures against the cliffs, or they could simply have tents, which are very portable and movable within the landscape. As temperatures rose over the planet, the sea level started to rise. It rose about 150 metres. and all of those hunting grounds were lost.
Loki tries to persuade his tribe, the sea eagles, that it is no longer safe to live so close to the sea. They will not listen. Meanwhile, dusk falls on the forest tribe. Ayla is afraid. Word soon got round about Ayla's fears. Her friends try to reassure her.
What's wrong? You know that I'm afraid of the dark.
Why?
Because the animals could attack at any time.
But as long as our tribe's good to the animals won't have any reason to attack us.
Well... the animals are all around us. They could be sneaking up on us.
The animals are our friends. They won't hurt us. Me and my friend have been protecting the camp the whole time.
And anyway, even if animals did come in, we've got our strong hunters and resources to ward them off our land.
The animals wouldn't get in anyway as long as the fire's lit, so we need to go and light the fire, really.
Okay.
Although children would have been learning to hunt from a very early age, taking part in the hunting of large animals is a really risky business. And probably they would have only taken part in the hunt once they'd reached a certain age and been initiated in some of the mysteries of hunting magic. So perhaps around the time of puberty, beyond the age of 13, young boys would have gone through certain rituals that would have turned them into hunters and allowed them to join the adult males in the hunt.
Loki yearns for the day the elders will let him join the hunt. He prepares by painting an image of an animal he aims to kill.
Hey friends, the elder's going to pick wires for the hunt.
Come on, let's go! I hope I get picked. Hey Loki, do you reckon you'll get picked? Yeah, of course I will.
There's one other thing that you probably need to do before you're allowed to take part in the hunt, and that's probably to be initiated as an adult. And we know from all hunter-gatherer groups, by the time you hit your teenage years, you've probably gone through rituals that mark the ending of your childhood and you starting life as an adult.
I choose this longbow so I can hunt a deer from far away. I choose this spear so I can hunt from close range.
I pick this hand axe so I can kill the biggest animals.
Loki watches as the hunters do the ritual dance to prepare them for the hunt.
Oh, please let me join the hunt.
I'll see. Let me see the weapon. Quite sharp.
The lead huntsman signals that Loki can join them. Loki is now a hunter, considered a young man of the tribe.
Humans adorn and decorate their bodies anywhere in the world. Why do they do it? Can you think of some reasons why you'd want to decorate your body or decorate your clothing?
When you go on hunting to camp and something.
Oh well, yeah, face paint for camouflage, really important, yeah, because deer and other animals will see your skin, so you want to blacken your face or put stripes on to break up your body image. All of these things signal to other members of the tribe, you know, who you are, which spirits are important to you, and then signal to other tribes which tribe you belong to.
I am the hawk. I am the deer. I am the hunter.
But the whole tribe would take part in these ceremonies. There's certain things that you can do in them to help get everyone together into one mind. And we know lots of hunter-gatherer groups use drumming, and they use chanting and singing, and they use dancing as well. Because if you do all these things together as a group, over and over again for hours and hours, strange things happen to your mind, and you all start to think as one group. And it's a really powerful thing, and it's the origins of religion, it's the origins of different spiritual paths, but whenever we look back at hunter-gatherers, it's always the same. There's always chanting and drumming and singing. And during these chants, these stories will be stories about the animals. They believe that every animal has a spirit. And you need to be on good terms and have a good relationship with the spirits of the animals. And all of these things are done in these rituals and these dances.
Loki is now a hunter and considered a young man of the tribe. As the hunters leave, the remaining tribe continue to chant and perform the hunter dance.
Hunting is a really dangerous business. If you're too close to the animal, if you simply wound it without killing it, it will attack you. And so hunting technology during the Mesolithic is really very complicated. And it's all about creating distance from the animal that you're hunting, creating surprise, and creating effective killing technology. To get close enough to actually be able to thrust the spear into an animal, well, if you're going to throw a spear, it's no longer a spear. We call it a javelin, okay? And a javelin will be put together very differently to a thrusting spear. This is like a thrusting spear. It's quite thick, it's relatively short, it's quite powerful, and it would be good at thrusting. You wouldn't be able to throw this particularly far. If you're actually going to throw something, it tends to be a bit longer and a bit thinner. But most effective of all was the bow and arrow, a relatively recent technology 10,000 years ago, a technology that allowed you to be significant distances from the animal. And by bringing together in an arrow a very sharp flint tip, the cordage that binds it to the arrow shaft, and then feathers that create a flight, allow the arrow to travel fast, far, and really very accurately, Mesolithic hunters became incredibly effective ambush predators.
What? You've just scared off our mate.
Loki, still being a novice, moved too fast. The stag has gone and the tribe are angry.
I don't care. If you want to leave me alone!
He runs off, humiliated. His friend wants them to go after him. But the hunt leader refuses.
I'm not risking all our lives. We're going back. Why can't we go and hunt? I want to help.
Don't worry, we have a very special job to do. Come on, everybody.
In order to improve the success of hunting, parts of the tribe, possibly some of the women and some of the younger children, would have actually driven the herd by creating noise and chaos in the woods and moving through it, driving herds of deer or groups of boar into particular places in the landscape where hunters would have been waiting. This sort of game driving behaviour would have greatly improved the chances of hunting.
Loki realised he was in strange territory. There were unusual tracks, things he had never seen before, unfamiliar dangers.
Oh no, he's been hit by the deer.
What's he doing here?
He's not from our tribe. He looks badly injured.
What should we do with him?
I think we should leave him.
He probably won't survive anyway.
No, we can't leave him. He doesn't look dangerous.
It's not up to us. The chief will decide what happens to him.
We should take him back.
The sea eagles return without Loki.
Loki's run away.
Word gets around and the tribe mourn for their lost brother.
It's his, and now we don't even have a body to be able to do the ceremony. And that food, he could die and so could we. We could starve.
Everyone knows he will not survive alone.
But when there was something that medical herbs couldn't deal with, quite often they would think about these things as being the work of, say, evil spirits. And there would always be someone within a tribe who was far better at dealing with the spirits and dealing with the dead than anyone else. And these people we tend to call shaman. These are people who can work magic. And they would have a ritual and have a ceremony and try to get the evil spirit out of the person.
I've heard news.
What news? What have you heard?
Loki is staying. The shaman is healing him.
That's good. But does he have to? We don't want him here.
Exactly.
That's not fair. He's injured. Anyway, the others have already decided.
And if he gets better, the tribe will be bigger.
Is he going to be okay? I got some herbs for you. Are you sure he's going to be okay? Do you need any help? Are you sure?
Hush, my child.
Look, here comes the shaman now.
The shaman signals to the sea eagles. It is time to leave the coast and move inland where it is safer. Loki had been right to persuade them to move. It was sad that he was no longer here to see this day.
Okay, so let's think about this, you guys going inland and meeting up with another tribe. Now, that tribe has been there for maybe hundreds, if not thousands of years. The parents of the people you're going to meet were there, and their parents going back and back. They consider it their land.
The sea eagles are on unfamiliar territory. They find signs of another tribe close by. What will happen now? Scouts are sent from each tribe to see how close the others are. The forest hawks find strange evidence of the sea eagles, things that they had never seen before.
Maintaining territories would have been very important. Hunter-gatherer groups live in perfect balance with their landscapes, taking just the amount of food they need to survive. This is fantastic, unless another tribe comes into the same area, in which case there's going to be tension and there's going to be competition. Two tribes cannot occupy the same territory. There simply won't be enough resources. And so if you get one tribe moving into the area of another, there needs to be negotiations, because without it, there will quickly be conflict.
I've seen the other tribes, they're coming.
What are they coming here for?
I don't know, but we'll have to go and look.
What will happen?
They can't stay here. We don't have enough resources, like berries, shelter, and we don't have enough animals. If we have more people, we can make more resources.
The shaman says if we all be good, then the animals will always smell.
Yeah, but they might try and fight us. If they did, we wouldn't stand a chance.
We'd have to fight to defend ourselves.
We are the Hawks. We will defend our home. We've got to go. The elders want us to meet them. Let's go and meet them then.
Tribes are ready to fight. But something is happening. It's Loki. The forest hawks had saved him. It's time to be friends. Loki has not forgotten the sea eagle's chant, and he knows that now the two tribes will share their rituals and knowledge and create a better future together.
We do find evidence from 30,000 years ago onwards that objects are being circulated around, objects that indicate trade and exchange of, things like seashells are turning up far inland. So groups, as long as they're widely spaced and as long as they've got enough territory and as long as they're not competing for resources, they can have links. They can have links of, say, marriage and trade and exchange.